Hi, this is Cooper Macbeth. I'm on the itonlytakes1.org site. That's the symbol one. And I'm learning how to subQuan by clicking here. I quickly see that I have 5 lessons. The first lesson is actually going to give me a baseline of how fast I can type the number from seeing it on the screen. I see a 6, I type a 6.
10, 12, 2.
I notice some other things happening, that it's saying the number after I type it, and also that there's a group of little symbols to the left, a bunch of dashes arranged in 2 by 5.
4,
This is going to be used later on
3,
to help me learn how to subQuan. Well, I finished the first lesson with no errors. The average time that it took me while talking was 846 milliseconds. And that gives me a baseline. So let's exit this lesson. And let's go to the discovery. Again, I just started by hitting a number key.
9,
And there we see that I don't get the symbol,
3,
but instead I just get the quantity.
6,
And I have to recognize the quantity instantly
2,
and type it in what I see.
8,
And it's kind of challenging. When you first begin, you make mistakes, and that's okay. There's one, I made a mistake. And
12,
0 is always hard because it doesn't make,
1,
there's nothing there, but you get used to it.
10,
And let me see. Okay, there it was. It showed that I had 1 error, including my penalty. I was at 903 milliseconds, so I was a little quicker, concentrating a little, trying not to talk so much. Let's look at the next lesson. Okay, press any key to begin. And there we see that we're looking at
9,
2 digits. Now these are base 10 digits.
10, 9,
And the label that I put in for them, it's still 44. In other words, I don't worry about the exact quantity. I'm just labeling the digits.
6,
There is a 1-to-1 correlation in base 10 because we're base 10 people,
4,
meaning that's the base that we were predominantly taught. However, when you try to label, learn subQuanning, and learn how to do meta patterns,
2,
you need to just instantly recognize that the label does not care
9, 3,
what the exact quantity is. It just is looking for how many are in each box. Now we get to change the size of the boxes, and this is where this lesson really becomes important.
3, 4,
You can see that I have 3 items in that big box. Now there's 7 items in the big box, none in the little one.
4, 3,
Well, just let it talk to you for a moment.
3, 3, 3, 1, 4, 2,
Well, it's kind of like entering numbers on a keyboard or entering your security number, telling somebody about your phone number.
6, 1,
A lot of times you just give them 1 digit at a time.
1, 2,
And now I was up to 1429, but remember I'm doing 2 digits, and so now I'm down to 700 milliseconds per digit. So I'm pretty pleased with myself. Okay, now we're actually going to start looking at integers. I'm going to slow down on the screen and point out a few more things about it. Okay, these containers have all become the same size. This is called normalization. So you can see the 1, 2, 5. Another thing that happened is it only gives you a few seconds before it'll tell you what to type in. Because they're green, I'm supposed to type a positive 1, 2, 5 symbol.
2, 5, 1, 1, low, 1, 3, 5,
And hopefully here I'll get a negative
1, 2,
quantity. There we go. There's a red quantity.
2,
And we can
1,
see
low.
that I have to put it in. Now this is an interesting quantity. It's a negative 809, but I'm going to take it out of normalization and watch what happens at that 8 as I keep getting bigger. Eventually it goes off the screen. In fact, to scale, I can't even tell that's an 8. And the little bitty box is very hard to read that that's a 9. So we do run into an issue with computer screens, and the human eye's resolution is much higher than a computer screen. But normalization does help it. And so now I normalize and I can enter in an 8 or 9. Let's see if I can finish my lesson here. And I won't be able to because I'm almost out of time. But I hope this gave you some idea about how to subQuan. Enjoy it.